Hey everybody, I'm Sean Robinson.
I'm Carson Grubaugh.
And I'm Brandon Graham.
Welcome to Living the Line, and we're going to do another Living the Line show and tell today. Brandon, believe that you're up
Oh yes. Let's see. I'll do share.
Brandon's got a treasure trove.
of pornography and rampant violence. Which one will we be experiencing today?
Good question.
And cool historical finds.
Cool historical rampant pornography. Can you guys see this pilot cover by Jeff Darrow?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh yeah, look at that.
How
This
old?
An American in Paris, a collaboration exclusive uh something with a comic American comic plus grand noms, the big name of French and American comics.
yeah. So you can see on the cover it's got all these guys like Chenkin, Robert Crumb, Darrow, Will Eisner,
Wow.
Vern
Kubert.
Hogarth even.
Huh.
Charles Schultz, Trina Robbins, Art Spiegelman, Kent Williams. So it's got this big chunk of guys. I just it didn't occur to me what a crazy cover. I mean, it's very Jeff Darrow, but just it's interesting that it's like this is like their American in Paris issue, and he has this like this
Jamaican
gun-toting Jamaican squaring off against a,
against Godzilla.
a Godzilla wearing. Look at Godzilla's shoes.
He is wearing Crocs with heels.
Yeah. There's
That's what they're really fighting over.
there's something about the choice of Jeff Darrow though that when you see the spread of names all the way from someone
Yeah.
like Kent Williams who's a painter to Charles Schultz, and then you try and add a European flair, like he
Yeah,
kind
you
of
push them
is.
together, and that's what you
Yeah,
get.
yeah, that's kind of the middle point of everyone they have because that's a huge spread of style and approach to comics.
What year is this from, Brennan?
I believe it's 87.
That's interesting how early this is essentially that like international style I've been talking about, in the
Yeah.
past couple months. But
Oh yeah,
here's an exemplar of it, right there.
yeah, certainly. And yeah, it's interesting because yeah, Darrow is such a European style American. But what I wanted to focus
Yeah.
on specifically was the Frank Miller comic in this
Hmm.
called The Chase,
We got
which
to get
is
a hold of that whole thing though.
yeah. So the Chase here is just it's a two-page comic
Pow
that's
pow.
yeah, it's just an American gun shooting at a French gun, and I like that the French. Oh, I should point out in Frank Miller's career, I think this is just post kind of Electra Assassin.
Right. And
Um,
pre any of the noir stuff.
yeah, so it has a very Sin City look to it, but it's a decade before Sin City.
He's
Well,
like
it's still got
trying it
contour
out.
lines, right?
Yeah.
It looks like like under the like more like a clean line influence for those contours. Like if you
Mhm.
zoom in on the figure there, I mean, there's no way he would have supplied the contour post this.
And this is where I have a hard time not seeing like he was looking at Guido Crepa and he
Right.
was mixing that up with Munoz. And everyone goes to Munoz, but when you see the way he uses the lines on the shirt
Will
and
you zoom in on her, Brandon?
the
Oh yeah. This looks
faces,
more Kraypov than Munoz to me.
yeah,
Right.
the line work, it's
Yeah,
very Crepa.
and the silhouette of her gun, where his gun is drawn out, which is a cool. I went to a French bakery the other day, as a little aside, and the guy was wearing a shirt just like this, and I remember thinking, like, well, did he try to dress especially French because he knew he was going to work in the French bakery?
Maybe
No,
it's
he tried to dress especially to show off his pecs.
Yeah, that as well. Oh yeah, 88. You can see this is drawn on from the bottom left there. So
I
this is
lo-
page one, and so the thing I like a lot about this, he's doing it for a French magazine, and the Americans shooting in French and swearing sorry, shooting in English and swearing in English, and the French woman is shooting in French and swearing in French.
yeah, I like the click, click, click.
Now those gams are not influenced by Crepa. Crepa would find them large and ungainly.
I
Yeah,
mean, he's still a red-blooded American.
Yeah, he prefers a different figure, but his compositional sense and
Hmm.
his female faces are like that's a Crepa
Yeah,
face through and
right.
through.
You
With the
think the
exaggerated those exaggerated Miller.
He just he just took away the Manara skinniness and added some American meat. Yeah.
Oh, and death, simultaneous death here,
yeah,
and Fiend.
it's Seslafin and then Finn and End. I think it's really fun. It's really kind of a loose, cool combo. Like I feel like if that panel of her on the left, second from the bottom there, it almost has like an amateurishness to it that I like. It looks like it's like
Mhm.
a early Kevin Eastman panel or something.
Hmm.
I would be shocked if this was a normal anthology put together with normal page rates. I would bet you copious amounts of money this was done like on the spot at some convention, or there was some type of like, locked in a hotel room for 2 hours component to some of the page delivery here.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, but it is. I mean, and it's one of my favorite Frank Miller comics. Is it just is such a you can tell it's him having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
that's
even down to the skyline there, he's got a mixture of the like phony old New York water tower and the like Paris like minarets.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like how he's drawing the cloth in this. Oh, I was gonna make a note that the the French lady in the mime shirt. It reminds me when my book King City was translated into French. I I think I drew the cat with a beret smoking for the French flaps of the book, and I had to like. There's a moment where I had to rein myself in. And I was like, "Oh no, this is for actual French people, not just my idea of making fun of French people."
So you
That's how I feel looking at Frank Miller's striped shirt on the woman.
okay? You did not put the striped shirt on.
No, no, no. I'm
So
wondering.
I hope that anyone watching this who's French will let us know how offensive anything that we said to you is personally in the comments.
What I
Oh,
ended up.
you're gonna get some comments. I can tell you that because when I mispronounce European names, I deserve it because I do a terrible job. But
We always pronounce them different. Like I think we all pronounce Mobius differently because you say Moebius.
yeah,
I
but
say
that's
Moebius.
Moebius. But that's like when I've watched documentaries and stuff, like with people from France or people who like knew him, like Darrow. They tend to say Moebius instead of Mobius.
It's too locked into my
Yeah,
brain.
I don't know. Like my excuse is I sometimes can't even make it through a sentence of American words without saying them weird because I talk funny. So,
Um, so I have one last question for you about this one, Brandon. Is it time for a critical reappraisal of Ronin?
oh, that
Ronan,
book's great.
yeah,
Good, I think so too. That's
yeah,
two
yeah.
of us.
Ronin 2 is the problem. I haven't been able to penetrate that as much, but the original Ronin, especially the first issue, I think
Right.
is a classic.
Yeah.
I have the artist edition of that we could go through, and it's cool because you see in each issue, especially when you're seeing it like just in the black and white like that.
Mhm.
It's like he starts off with issue one is the samurai comic influence, and then issue two is the Moebius influence, and then by the end of it, by the last issue, he's doing his Sin City style, and
Right.
Oh yeah,
he's like assimilated it all now, and
Integrating. Yeah.
yeah, and
It,
you can see it happen. It's really beautiful.
that's
yeah,
exactly what I was going to say. That's the thing that's most compelling to me about it is not necessarily the narrative, which is obviously a little loosey goosey in a sort of like Luc Besson kind of way. But like it's the embracing the self-consciously embracing different styles for different things and then willing those worlds to collide and
Yeah,
ending up with a new, frisson style
yeah. It might be one of
result.
the greatest fan comics ever made.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
That's right.
sure. Well,
And
we'll have to
yeah,
do a longer chat on that. I'll pull out the artist edition, and once I get some more space to get the camera further away, we could do a chat on the book.
that was one of five books that my uncle gave me when I was 12 years old. He gave me a copy of Ronin number one. He gave me a copy of Usagi Yojimbo number one. He
Nice.
gave me a copy of Critters number seven, which had a had a Sam Keith comic in there, and
Oh, damn.
two
Oh
other
yeah,
things that I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
Okay,
with-
I've got the critters and the Ronin here.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, well, let's talk Ronin sometime. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Make sure to like, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell.